Well, good evening, everyone. It's Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 8th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the tropics in the lower 48. And we're going to start off with Jerry. Here's Jerry right here, located in the just east of the Leeward and Windward Island here. Continue to push on off to the west-northwest. Here's Priscilla over here in the eastern Pacific. A hurricane continue to push on off to the north, affect the Baja region of California. Here's our next system here moving in. We'll move in behind Priscilla. We got this is that little system here that had a 10% chance of development, but you can disregard that because it will move into Mexico and dissipate and rain itself out over Mexico there. And we got some scattered activity over the Yucatan Peninsula, around the Bay of Campeche, down in the portions of Central America, South America. Like I said, got a little bit in the Eastern Pacific, got a little tropical wave there, may need to monitor it. Got more activity over Cuba, toward the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, over toward the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Puerto Rico, the Leeward and Windward Islands. And you can see more activity just north of these islands, stretching over into the north central tropical Atlantic. You can see that powerful cold front is going to drop temperature and bring a pretty much almost like a winter chill to some areas across the central and eastern U.S. You can see that front stretching from up here near St. John's Island all the way through South Carolina, back into northern Mexico. You can see where pretty much most of the United States are pretty tranquil with not much precipitation, so maybe a little bit over Washington State, and also across, like I said, from portion of the Four Corners to Texas, and right along that cold front boundary there in the North Atlantic. Alright, now let's move on to the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center on Tropical Storm Jerry. You can see Tropical Storm Jerry wind field here. Right here we have tropical storm watches for the northern Windward Island, also the U.S. Virgin Islands there as well. If you're tracking this system at home, it's located at latitude 14.8 north, longitude 54.7 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 60 miles an hour with higher gusts moving to the west-northwest at 23 miles an hour. Classified as a tropical storm with winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. And you can see here it remains a tropical storm through 2 a.m. Friday, then will become a hurricane Friday afternoon, and remain a hurricane through 2 p.m. Monday, and then it will continue to weaken after that and move on out into the tropical Atlantic over toward the Azores. Alright, here's the forecast spaghetti-o model. You can see most of the models still have it to the east of Bermuda. Some takes it a little bit closer to Bermuda. One model still trying to take it a little bit further west than the rest of them. So we're going to use this here, the outlier for now, but the rest of them pretty much to that eastward turn. I'm going with the National Hurricane Center. It will turn to the northwest and eventually out to sea. Alright, intensity guidance of the system right now have 50 knot winds, equal 60 miles an hour. You can see tropical storm status takes into a category 1. The models did back down some from last night. They did have it up to a category 4. Now they just on a couple models now showing it into a 3 or a 2, but nothing to write home about. But you can see pretty much just remains in that category 1 and a tropical storm status there as well. Alrighty, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and thank you for tuning in to the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel. And let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got some thunderstorms showers along this area of low pressure off the southeast coast, stretching down to the portions of South Florida, Florida Keys, northwest Bahamas, this northern Gulf, stretching from southern Georgia to the panhandle of Florida and portions of Alabama. More thunderstorms and showers over here associated with that Priscilla tropical cyclone moving into the Pacific Southwest. Over here in the Baja region up toward Utah, Idaho, and also Montana, Colorado, New Mexico. Heavy rain and flash flooding in portions of southern California, Arizona, and southern Utah. We got some shower activity from Kansas to Wisconsin up here around Lake Superior, South Canada. More shower activity over here in California to Oregon and Washington State in the coastal waters. Even got some mixed precipitation in portions of Colorado, Northern California, Oregon, and Washington State. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright, let's see if we can get to your Friday forecast now. It should be coming up here. Alright. righty. You can still see that area of low pressure off the southeast coast, one developing in the Gulf. We've got several cold fronts extending up here from Michigan to Kansas, all the way back over in the Pacific Northwest. We got thunderstorms and showers for the Outer Banks, eastern South Carolina to the Florida Keys, northwest Bahamas, northern Gulf, South Texas, portion of Mexico as well. Some activity up here in Illinois to Iowa to Missouri to Kansas. Then more activity for the Baja region of California through Arizona to Mexico to Nevada to Wyoming to Idaho to South Dakota and Nebraska and Colorado region. Shower activity up here around the Great Lakes region, around Michigan, Wisconsin, also Lake Superior, Lake Huron. More activity in Montana to Washington, Oregon State, Northern California, and the coastal waters. Got some heavy precipitation over Arizona, Utah, and also in the portion of Colorado with heavy rain and flash flooding possible. Even got some mixed precipitation for Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, Northern California. You're included in that as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches, warning, advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, we got a lot of frost freeze warnings and also freeze watches in effect from Maine to New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York State, Pennsylvania to West Virginia, also portion of Virginia, Michigan to portion of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and also Michigan. Special weather statements over here in the area of Minnesota. Air quality alerts in portion of Washington State. Got one county with a frost advisory in Idaho, wind advisories over Nevada, also over here in South Carolina as well. Coastal flood advisories up here around New Jersey, Delaware, down to eastern North Carolina. Flood watches in effect for portions of Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and also Southern California. And also we have some small craft advisory, gale warning from Maine all the way to the east coast of Florida, southeast Texas, then again from Northern California to Oregon State. Coastal flood statements around the Hawaiian Chain Island, small craft advisory, gale warning, freezing spray warnings, and storm warnings around the Alaska region. Inland areas we have winter weather advisories, hydro issue, high wind warnings. Also have some coastal flood statements along the coastal areas of Alaska as well. Alright, storm prediction center time. We just got general thunderstorms pretty much across the board. For your Thursday, you can see it from around Savannah, Georgia to Miami to New Orleans, Brownsville, Texas. Then again from Port of Kansas up to Duluth, Tucson to Los Angeles, up to Jackson, Wyoming. Just general thunderstorm. Cannot rule out a severe thunderstorm anywhere in that area, but mainly just general thunderstorms. Alright, take a look at the tropics and then we'll wind up the video here. And we're going to show you Jerry. Here is Jerry right here just east of the Windward Island. We're going to continue that northwest track and then off to the north and east. And there's that little system here over the southwestern Gulf. Should be soon discontinue the advisories on that as it continues to push inland over Mexico. Alright, and then the remainder of the tropics look pretty quiet at this time, but would not be surprised to see something possibly could develop here in the northwestern Caribbean, southern Gulf, also off the southeast coast. We're expecting some kind of little hybrid system off the southeast coast sometime this weekend. Could bring some precipitation to Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and on up toward Maine. We'll continue to monitor that and see what happens. Just want to pass that information along to you as well. Alright, well, hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got.